So I did a thing this week. I done a careless little thing I wanted to tell you guys about. I was bringing some of my gear up into the living room and I made a wrong lifting my pedal board and bringing it up here. It's not really that heavy, but I lifted it in an awkward way where I bent straight over. I didn't use my legs, and I think I done it while I was sitting it down. I lifted some other things, but it was just that combined with playing some guitar and the guitar strap hanging off my neck while I was bent over fiddling with knobs and stuff. So I was down for a few days for that, and I really didn't feel like doing a whole lot of other things, but the back's recovering. But I want to show you guys some of the pedal board. I've done a few videos on it in the past and its evolution, so thought I'd throw it in here today. All right, keep in mind this video isn't about sound, isn't about tone. I'm just showing you a little bit about this pedal board while I pulled it out. And as you can see, I set it down on the floor. I was bent over, messing with pedals and messing with some of the knobs on the amp. I've taken a lot of these knobs off. Well, I've taken them all off and made some repairs on the amp, and they have some screws and things that go on there. I was bent over putting all those on and the knobs. So, and I have the guitar hanging on my neck while I was bent over doing that, so it wasn't really a good idea. And I lifted this pedal board right before doing all this and messed with the pedals, messed with a lot of stuff, things I shouldn't be doing. I got the Morley here. This is the volume pedal. I got it where it fades in on the sound. So that's what's first. That's it, makes it for a good cough drop. So if you're switching out guitars, you can kind of shut the volume off. The first pedal I'll show you is the dual overdrive, the SD2 that's in the middle. So you got the sound. So we got that going on. Second one, just to the right of that, is the super shifter. Now what I use this pedal for currently is just mainly for an octave. So I kick it on. So it's pretty much doing octaves there. I don't use it just a whole lot, but it really makes a good accent in some places on songs, as long as it's really subtle. I got the Morley wah pedal. I bought this for like $10 or something off eBay, and it didn't work. Morley has a lifetime warranty on their pedals, so I was able to send it off and they repaired it for free. I'm not sure if Morley still does that or not, but it makes for a good wah pedal. I do have a Crybaby. The Crybaby isn't in the lineup today. Does have that little kind of like that. Just to the left of the distortion is the mixer, and it is the Eddie Van Halen version of the Phase 90. My settings on it aren't as subtle, so it pretty extreme setting. And just to the left, I got the DD20 from Boss. It's the pinnacle of all delay pedals, if that's what you want to call it. I like it because I can get different settings on it and just toggle through those settings because I like different types of delays. You really just have to get in here and mess with this pedal. But you hear off now. Real subtle there. Switch through these settings I have. So it's the few that I have there. I have some real short settings there that kind of double the sound. I don't need it too overbearing because I'm not running any type of stereo setup here, just straight into the amp. That pedal, you can run it stereo. You can have them ping left and right. That's just not my style. I like to run a mono type of style. What we have in the middle, feeding the power to everything, is the Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2. Excuse me, it's the Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2 Plus. If you want to look that up, it's got some settings on that. The amp is an old amp. It's an old Princeton Chorus amp. This amp blew on me a couple of years ago. I took it apart and repaired it, and that's why I was putting some of the knobs back on, because I'd repaired the amp and left it apart and done some testing. I've done that Eddie Van Halen thing where I just left the amp on for an extended amount of time to see if it didn't blow again, and just kind of let it sit and idle. So that's basically the story. And if you see the size of this pedal board from left to right, it is pretty big. It's a little awkward of a lift, and I lifted it long ways when I should have lifted it short ways and brought it up in here. Wasn't a far trip, but combined with the rest of the stuff that I've done, it's just a big no-no. But that's a little tour of the pedal board. And you guys can't see it, but here to the left is a power supply. It's like a 6-pack that I placed up under there. That's where I plugged the Voodoo Labs into. And then I run a cord out there into the main power. If I have to play it live or gig, I can plug it up on stage, plug the amp up to it, and everything is just ready to go. This amp sounds really good when you mic it up and you use it on stage. I usually tilt it to aim it up at me and use it as a monitor. So that's the way I usually gig. I have used some other modeling effects where I play live, but you don't really get the feedback through the speakers like you like, and the feedback through the guitar. So that's pretty much the story on the pedal board. One day I may redo this and do another video.